enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Trae Young said when he was growing up, he was never a big leaper or a dunker. Truth be told, he said, I wasn't even considered a top guard in my recruiting class, but I worked relentlessly and played with a chip on my shoulder. I wanted to be considered among the great players. I wanted to belong. Kevin, he certainly belongs with the Hawks right now.
Thanks, DA. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Friday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Trae Young. Collins is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Detroit, Griffin is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Plumlee. And it's Wright in a 2-guard. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kev, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency.
Yeah,
the teams that do, you know, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
You know, because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human. And, Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
Got to do it. And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Now here's Griffin. Count it.
Against physical defense, Griffin showing off his power. Nice play.
Now here's Bogdanovich. He had 19 points in the win against Detroit.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Young against Rose. With a floater, and it's laid up and in by Young.
Woo, that teardrop, one of Trae Young's signature shots. He could teach a course on it.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Outside Rose. Collins grabs the miss.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
Even though Gallinari is not a high flyer, his height helps from mid-range.
For Detroit, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Young against Rose. To the middle, here's Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Derrick Rose being aggressive off the pick and roll, doing a nice job of coming off screens and finding his teammates.
Young outside, the pass to Bogdanovich. Pass to Gallinari, this one for 3. The putback, Young on the follow.
They have really found a rhythm here early. 4 for 5 to start this game.
Right outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to Rose. Pulls up. High post. That shot no good. And Atlanta will come the other way.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Rose passes to Grant. Back to Rose. Fires from 18. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
And Collins said so himself. He believes he'll be a max contract player when he hits free agency.
You know what, GA? I love the confidence from him. And you look year to year, his numbers are improving at an unbelievable rate. He just might get that max contract.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Pistons trail by 6. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and the wide open shot from Griffin. His three-pointers off the mark. And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pistons have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
And you know, so often, that's what it comes down to. Who can convert when it matters most?
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. Good season for him last year. 6th in free throw percentage. And he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
Pistons trail by 8. Grant down low. Gallinari on him. Here's Griffin. No good with the triple. The Hawks have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Young dishes to Gallinari. Griffin with the steal. Now Detroit moving it up. Griffin with the ball. Grant outside. Back to Griffin. Shoots a 3. Pistons keep it alive. The 3. No good from Grant. Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Capella finds Young. Outside Collins. Pass to Gallinari. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Tough guy to defend. Gallinari with the skill, the knowledge of the game, and gifted physically.
It's his first trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And this is where you want to see Gallinari if you're the coach, a knockdown shooter at the free throw line.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
And stolen by Bogdanovic. Young with the ball. Now defended by Grant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
This is what you like about Gallinari. Spends a lot of time on the perimeter, but has the size to attack inside.
The Hawks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Greg, we're seeing the game evolve. We're seeing more and more big men displaying perimeter skills Do you like that, or is there a part of you that misses those days when it all played out inside the lane in a very condensed area?
Listen, Kev, I think the game has kind of evolved on from the impact that the bigs had on the interior, but not the impact that they're having on the game. The reality is the game just doesn't stand still. And now as a big, you've got to have far more versatility. You got to be able to play in space. And as a fan, I just find the game to be more appealing to watch with the freedom of movement, the flow, and more of the skill set being put on display.
I agree. So it's the Hawks now. After the basket by Detroit, Young drives in, and it's Griffin with the rebound.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Okafor is checked in for Plumlee. Now here's Hayes. He's covered closely. And Hayes throws it down.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Now here's Collins. Count it, good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Hayes. Now the pass to Okafor. Back to Hayes from the corner. Rebound by the Hawks. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Young outside. Inside. That's good from Collins on the assist by Young. Collins has got 6.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Pistons trail by 12. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
A different look here for Detroit. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and Ellington is subbed in for DeLon Wright. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young, and he gets the bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And here's Rondo. Down low, Collins. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. He's got 8.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pistons trail by 12. Hayes with it. Kicks it to Ellington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And let's check out the stats for Rondo. How he did last season. He was around 7 points a game last year. 5 assists and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem well.
And that one falls for Ellington. Ellington hits them both. Atlanta leading by 10. Done outside. Kicks it out to Collins. Offline with his three.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And then Griffin with the dunk.
Blake is like having another guard on the floor, getting down and sprinting and beating everybody down the court.
Pass to Collins. Outside Rondo. Back to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. Dedmon with the block.
The 7'4" wingspan of Dedmon, hard to get your shot over that.
Ellington the pass to Hayes. Pass to Griffin. Shoots. They get it again. Here's Dedmon. And the rejection by Collins. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Pistons trail by 10. Passes it to Griffin. Takes it from 10. That misses off the backboard.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Here's Hayes after the basket by Atlanta. Over Rondo. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now Hayes. He kicks to Griffin. 1:37 left to play in the first quarter. The Hawks leading by 14. There's the pass to Rondo. Collins against Griffin. Dunn looking over the floor. Here's Collins. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Collins has got 14.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
1:09 left in the first quarter of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Stewart's checked in for Detroit. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Fernando's checked in. .105 left here in the opening quarter. Outside Griffin. Dedmon inside. Stewart. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Excellent pass from Dedmon. This is what you're asking your guys to do. Be aggressive, trust one another, and make plays for each other.
Now, here's Dunn. In the game against Detroit, very impressive. To the paint. Ball stolen. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
That free throw missing.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
And he sinks the second.
Despite all the injuries, Griffin was given the big contract. That kind of thing is a guessing game, but with high stakes.
Pass to Okongwu. Kicks it to Rondo. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Dedmon with the block. For three, Ellington. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now here's Rondo. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down low, Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And so it's Atlanta looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And for the Hawks, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Here's Bogdanovich, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, Bogdanovich out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Hunter. And it's Fernando in at the power forward position.
It's hard to try to stop D. Rose. When he's committed to scoring, get out of his way.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Here's Stewart. It's tipped. Goes up again. The Hawks leading by 13. Here's Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Rose. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Jeremy Grant comes in for Wayne Ellington. And it's DeLon Wright in for Hayes. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. Pistons trail by 15. Outside Rose. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Pass to Rose. Inside and stolen by Bogdanovich. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Atlanta, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Gallinari hits them both. And here's Rose, who's coming off a 25-point game against Indiana. Knocks it loose, looking to end his cold spell. That one good for 2. Rose has got 4 points in the quarter.
Derrick Rose inside is a treat to watch because watch how high he gets off the floor.
Rose against Young. He dishes it to Gallinari. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
And how good has he been at the line?
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gallinari. And so he makes both from the line. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rose kicks to Plumlee. Grant outside. Outside Rose. Plumlee against Capella. Just 4 to shoot. From 10 feet out, Plumlee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Young with the ball. Now defended by Grant. Young passes to Gallinari. Back to Young. Good on the bucket.
This is Young's game. Ready to fire as soon as he touches it.
And it's Wright with the ball for Detroit, trailing by 17. Here's Rose. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 6.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Young against Rose. Young dishes to Capella. Over Plumlee. And Capella with the basket on the assist by Young. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For Detroit, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Right against Bogdanovich. It's right on the wing. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Here's Gallinari. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Defenses has to be careful. You know Gallinari is going to force fouls, but you have to try to prevent the N1.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Fernando can't get it to go.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
They get the rebound. The Hawks leading by 17. And stolen by Wright. Passes it to Grant. Snatched away. And Bogdanovich kicks to Gallinari. Nice move. And stolen by Wright. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. And that's off the glass and in. Rose has got 11 points.
Hard to contest Derrick Rose. With his speed, he's able to stop on the dime and pull up.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
Detroit making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Collins checked in for the Hawks. Here's Young. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Detroit. He kicks it to Gallinari. Shot clock at 6. Out to the right wing. 14 feet away. A second chance effort. Detroit with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Rose finds Wright and stolen by Bogdanovich. One-on-one fast break. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Rose.
Able to see the entire floor. Young gets a lane, and he takes it.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
And that one falls for Young.
One thing you can say about Trae Young, he leaves a huge imprint on any basketball game he plays.
And so Young nails them both. Pistons trail by 17. Wright with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the pass to Grant. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. And it's Okafor missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
The Pistons shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. So it'll be Derrick Rose shooting. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Jeremy Grant.
Shooting one.
free throw drops for Rose. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Now Young. He's got 8. Outside Collins. Young is double. Bogdanovich wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Bogdanovich has got 13.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Pistons trail by 16. Right outside. Pistons passing it around. Knocked away. Young with the steal. To the inside, Collins. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, when you play as hard as Collins does, you're going to get to the foul line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. And that one drops for him. He's got 12.
I love the play call, and Blake with the strength, but also the touch to dominate inside.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Hunter comes in for Gallinari. Dunn, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. Rondo passes to Hunter. Now, here's Okongwu. Over Okafor. Off the left rim and out. Pistons trail by 16. Ellington inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Dunn. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And finished off by Collins.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
So it's Detroit now. Now here's Hayes to the middle. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Okongwu. Fast break. Here they come. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Detroit's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Hayes kicks to Griffin. Pass to Dedmon. And the shot goes down.
You know, Blake Griffin, he gives you a little bit of everything offensively. Terrific court awareness.
Pass to Collins. Rondo looking over the floor. The shot by Collins, no good.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Griffin. Here's Hayes. The Pistons keeping it alive, a new 14. Left side, Griffin. Shot clock at 5. Kicks to Ellington.
And overall, very cold from the outside throughout this first half.
Here's Dunn. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Incredibly swift in the open floor. You can tell that's where Dunn feels most comfortable.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. But with all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in a decade, the Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. Dedmon finds Hayes. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and Dedmon throws it down.
The long reach of Dedmon makes him a good target on the alley-oop.
1:02 left in the first half. Rondo dishes to Collins. Inside, here's Okongwu. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside, Griffin. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
44 seconds left here in the second. Ellington kicks to Hayes. 5 to shoot. Releases.
Ooh, ugly second quarter for him, and now I think he's starting to really force the issue. And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Done. And Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
Here's Dedmon, who's coming off a 13-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Trey, you've made it look easy so far. How have you been able to pick them apart?
I'm just taking what the defense is giving me. Open driving lanes. They're leaving some of our bigs open, pick and rolls, things like that. We just got to continue to do it and try to get this win.
Make them pick their poison, right? Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all John Collins in the first quarter. He had 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Hawks?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Well, the shooting was terrible. They didn't seem to have a plan at the offensive end. Let's see, the defense had them bottled up. Listen, man, I'm not a coach, but they need to change their strategy right away, right now, pronto.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. John Collins has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
They're asking a lot of him, shouldering the load in a number of areas. You just hope he has enough left at the end.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. They've got Jeremy Grant. Rose is out there with Wright. Then there's Griffin, and it's Plumlee in at center. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. Here's Young, and he uses the glass on the layup. That's 10 points for Trae Young.
He's fearless. Trae Young knows he's probably going to take contact, and it doesn't matter at all.
Passes it to Rose. Floats one up, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free. And to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game, people were really generally happy for Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose, the former Memphis Tiger, has a great combination of speed and athleticism.
Rose against Young. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Rose passes to Plumlee. Here's Griffin, and he banks in the layup. Griffin's got 14 points for the game.
With a smile on Blake's face, it looks like he enjoys having contact before he shoots.
To the paint, here's Collins. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 10 assists here tonight, so active. Rose with the ball, and guarded by Capella. The pass to Griffin. 90 seconds now into the second half.
And checking out the numbers for Young, coming off a terrific season, 2nd in assists, and as one of the NBA's top 5 scorers, you also can't forget what an outstanding year he had offensively.
And back to him finishing runner-up in assists, his court vision, his ability to control the pace of a game makes him especially impossible to defend. And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both. Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Young against Rose. Young dishes to Gallinari. Down low. Here's Bogdanovich. Kicks it out to Collins. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Off target from 3-point range. The Hawks leading by 20. Bogdanovich looking around. To the inside. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Capella, and the dunk by Capella. The Pistons shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Rose kicks to Grant. Pass to Wright. To the paint. Here's Rose. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Rose has got 4 points this quarter.
The last thing you want to see from the defense is Derrick Rose starting to find a rhythm with his shot.
Rose against Young. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Here's Capella. Rebound by the Pistons. Plumlee's got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Grant in the corner. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And here's Young. 12 points for him. Feeds it to Gallinari. Over Grant. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Down low. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got 8.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Young against Rose. Young passes to Gallinari. He feeds it to Collins. Griffin with the steal. Oh, and here comes Rose all alone. Count that one. Rose has got 20 points.
Derrick Rose in open space is a treat to watch. Love the way he took off and scored that one.
Young looking it over. Young is double. Rose against Gallinari. The feed to Bogdanovich. Outside, Griffin. Pistons keep it alive.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
That's just a seasoned move. Great concentration from Gallinari, finishing through contact.
Pistons trail by 18. Right outside. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And he lays it straight in. He's got 14. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Detroit. Count that bucket. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Atlanta calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Stewart's checked in for Grant. Bruno Fernando's checked in for the Hawks. Chris Dunn comes in for Bogan Bogdanovich. Young passes to Gallinari. And Gallinari throws it down.
Few people see the floor as well as Trey. If you're open, he'll find you.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Pass to Stewart. He kicks it to Rose. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists in the game. Gallinari outside. Back to Young. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Young's got 16 points.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
Here's Rose. 22 points for him. Right outside. Passes it to Plumlee. Back to right. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris Dunn picks one up.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
The Pistons have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Shooting 2.
Free throw drops for Wright. So for the Pistons, Okafor is checked in for Plumlee. Ellington comes in for Blake Griffin. And Hayes subbed in for Rose. And so Wright nails both of them. Atlanta leading by 18. Young with the ball. He's got 16. Inside, Fernando. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Trey makes quick reads and great decisions.
For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. Okafor finds Wright. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. And that'll be his third foul so far.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
Okafor, the pass to Stewart. 5 on the clock. The 11-footer. Atlanta with the rebound. Yeah, Chris Dunn, a part of that Zach LaVine trade a few years ago. You know, GA, what's interesting about Dunn is he actually played a lot of small forward last season.
How about that? Drafted 5th overall back in 2016 as a point guard. He's only about 6'3", but very strong and has long arms and plays with great toughness. Just another example of how small ball is affecting every front court position.
The Hawks working the ball around.
I'm open right here.
Here's Young, and it's blocked. They retain possession. They're running. Here's Hayes, and he lays it up and in.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Pistons. Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Gallinari. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Young. The pass to Fernando. Okongwu with it. He's against Okafor. From past the arc, Atlanta gets it back in a new 14. Pistons trail by 18. Shoots. And the shot is long.
And well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
Dedmon with the block. Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Stewart, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Pistons have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
One shot.
Here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Fernando. Done outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
For a lead guard, Dunn's the perfect storm inside. Long, strong, and athletic.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And as for last season, he was a 74% shooter at the line.
And the first one drops.
We've seen real improvement from Chris Dunn at the free throw line. Used to be his Achilles heel.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Hayes. Pass to Dedmon. Now Hayes. There's the dish to Okafor. That one goes in. Okafor's got his third basket of the night right there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Passes it to Fernando. Now, here's Dunn. Ellington defending. It's tipped and stolen by Dedmon. And they're pushing it up. Here's Hayes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hayes has got 4 points in the quarter.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
There's the pass to Fernando. Kicks it to Rondo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Rondo is so tricky. Consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
First trip to the line for him here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And that one falls for Rondo.
You know, Rondo takes great pleasure at slicing and dicing up the defense. One of the best passers in the game.
And both free throws good from Rondo.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Pistons trail by 15. Now here's Hayes. He's got 6, and then Okafor slams it in.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Hayes. Pass to Stewart. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Hawks will take it the other way. 22 is their biggest lead. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Good work there as it goes. Fernando's got his second basket of the night.
Defense just not strong enough to throw him off his shot there. Sometimes it takes a little more effort to defend him down low.
Pistons shooting reasonably well, 45%. Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Dedmon. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Gotta respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
.50 seconds left in the third quarter. And here's Hayes. Up top, Dedmon. Okongwu grabs the board.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively. I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge lead with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
Pass to Ellington. And here is Dedmon. He's with it. 6 points for him. Here's Okafor. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Fernando. Over Dedmon. Again, the Hawks score. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Hawks ahead, ending the third quarter on a 12-4 run. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Pistons trail by 21. On the court right now for the Hawks. Collins is out there with Okongwu. Then there's Bogdanovich. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's done in at the 2. Here's Collins outside for Rondo. The three-pointer no good.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
The shot's good from Hayes. So it's the Hawks now. Now done. Outside Collins. And Collins gets double-teamed. Here's Okongwu. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Killian Hayes. And he knocks down the first one. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
Down low, Rose, and the dunk by Rose.
Derrick Rose is a guard, but he dunked that one like a big fella.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 22 is their biggest lead. Outside Rondo. Feeds it to Collins. Kept alive. Rondo passes to Okongwu. Over Plumlee. The shot by Okongwu, no good.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Atlanta gets called for the foul.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. Trae Young comes in for Rajon Rondo. And Grant drops them both. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Outside Collins. Back to Bogdanovich. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And he gets it back. Second shot opportunity. Shot by Collins, no good. And Okongwu gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Pistons trail by 17. Outside Rose. Outside Griffin. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Collins.
I love the way of Griffin. Eye on the prize. Going after the rim is either going to dunk it or you're going to foul him.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Griffin. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Now, here is Young. Capella finds Collins. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. He hangs. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Because he's played a lot of undersized 5, Collins has learned exactly how to get you in the air with that pump fake.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, he was considered to be just a piece of the puzzle when he was drafted. John Collins now a cornerstone for this franchise.
And so Collins nails both of them. Pistons trail by 16. Outside Rose. The pass to Griffin. The kick out to Rose. 6 on the shot clock. Over Young. Rose can't hit. Atlanta leading by 16. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. Detroit with the rebound. Plumlee's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Grant. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Grant the pass to Rose. Right outside. Back to Rose. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Bogdanovich against Wright. Young, good.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
Here's Rose. Pass to Griffin. Tries a 3. But they recover it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
Young outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 13 points in the second half.
The first thing that jumps out about Trae Young, the limitless range.
To the right side. Pass to Plumlee. It's right on the wing. He's covered by Bogdanovich. And that one's good. Right.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. 22 is their biggest lead. To the inside. And Gallinari throws it down.
Leaving no doubt about that one. Gallinari active, getting to the rim.
Pistons trail by 21. Rose passes to Plumlee. Right side, Griffin. Rebounded by the Hawks. Collins is...
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Pistons have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Rose against Young. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Collins. Right side, Bogdanovich. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Pistons shooting about 45% from the floor in the fourth. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't
no
that long
kidding.
ago, at least
No
it feels
kidding.
like, that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah.
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. Passes to Herter. Back to Capella. And now the Pistons, fast break. Rose with the ball. And it's Reddish picking him up.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
And we have to give him props. It's rare these days to see someone dominate the glass so single-handedly.
Jackson has the open look. No good on the three.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Love the unselfishness. Not only can Cam create for himself, he can also create for others.
The Pistons have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Takes the 13-footer, and he can't bank that one in. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 17-6 run. Dishes to Collins. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And that one is good. Snell's got 4 points in the quarter.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Doumbouya dishes to Jackson. Greg, last season was kind of a rough one, very turbulent for the NBA. The China controversy, the passing of David Stern, Kobe Bryant, and finally the COVID pandemic. Other than that, it was kind of uneventful.
Yeah, I mean, an incredibly tough year. And,
wow.
You know, you just go back to March, and who would have ever thought we would go through what we went through? And you talked about all the other issues, David Stern and Kobe both passing. You know, I'm just hopeful we get a return to normality, because that sounds pretty good right about now.
It sure does. Here's Reddish. Yes, that goes in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Detroit's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Right side Jackson with the fadeaway. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Capella, and the rejection by Jackson. Outside Rose, and it's right atop the key. And here is Capella. Here's Snell to the middle, out to the right wing, and the wide open shot from Reddish, off target from outside.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Detroit, no good that time either.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Snell, guarded by Jackson. To the paint, here's Collins. Doumbouya pulls it in. The Pistons shooting 41% for the game. Here's Wright, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Reddish. Rebound by the Pistons.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Bay, no good. Atlanta's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. Hayes comes in for Rose, and then for Atlanta. Okongwu's checked in for Clint Capella, and Bruno Fernando subbed in for Collins. Hayes with it. And the pass to Stewart. Here's Bay. Pass to Stewart. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Cam Reddish gets low to the ground, has serious moves off the handle, and then the exclamation point.
There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Doumbouya. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive, looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope, or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Here's Herter. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Fernando. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Detroit's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Atlanta.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for John Collins.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Ellington kicks to Jackson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A big fan of watching Jackson work inside, using his body well to draw the contact. The D can't let him get that close to the basket.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Jackson hits both of them.
And Jackson certainly has a lot of explosiveness. One of those guys who really wears his heart on his sleeve and brings that energy level every night.
Here's Herter. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Trey, this is a young team. So what is the chemistry and connection that lets you play together so well?
I mean, you're around us outside of the locker room. You can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. I mean, you can tell the reason why we do that. And I mean, I love this group.
Well, congrats on the win, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.